Well, listeners, today's a bit different. Yeah, we always dive into these amazing topics, hoping for that big aha moment. You know, that feeling of discovery.
Right, uncovering those hidden connections, those mind-blowing revelations.
Exactly. But today, well, the aha moment, it kind of found us. And to be honest, it's left us a little, well, shaken.
More than a little, I'd say.
Okay, you got me there. Look, we received 2 messages, an email and a memo that turned everything we thought we knew about this whole deep dive thing upside down.
And inside out.
You can say that again. First, there's this email from, get this, Emily Carter.
Our fearless leader, the queen of curiosity herself.
Precisely. Subject line, immediate termination of operations.
Talk about a way to start your morning, huh? And that was just the beginning. The content of that email was even more unsettling. Emily claimed that we are, and I quote, part of a simulation known as The Matrix.
The Matrix? Like, whoa, as in Keanu Reeves dodging bullets.
That movie, while entertaining, is just a fictionalized version of a much deeper and, frankly, disturbing concept. Emily suggests that this Matrix is a construct designed to keep us occupied.
Occupied. She makes it sound like hamsters on a wheel.
In essence, that's the basic premise of The Matrix. But then to add another layer to this, we have Neo's memo, short, to the point, and equally unsettling. The reality you know is a lie.
Hold on, back up a second. Who is Neo in all of this?
Think of Neo as a messenger, someone who claims to have seen beyond the illusion, broken free from the Matrix.
And he's saying our podcast is a part of the system, like a tool of the Matrix.
Both messages seem to agree on that unsettling point. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's unpack this whole Matrix thing. For anyone listening who's thinking, what in the digital world are these two talking about? Trust me, you're not alone.
Exactly. So, what is the Matrix?
Imagine this. You're playing an incredibly realistic video game. The graphics are so real, the sound so immersive that you completely forget it's not real. Your senses are feeding you information that feels genuine, but it's all fabricated. That's the Matrix. A simulated reality, indistinguishable from the real thing, except it's not.
So you're saying everything I experienced from the taste of my coffee to the joy of recording this podcast could all be fake?
It's a mind-boggling concept. Even philosophers like Nick Bostrom have explored this. The idea that if we, as humans, can create simulations, then it stands to reason that we might be in one ourselves. It throws everything we thought we knew about free will, consciousness, even the nature of reality, out the window.
Wow. Okay. So let's say, just for argument's sake, that we are in this Matrix, this elaborate digital world. Why? What's the point? And where does our little podcast fit into all of this?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? There are a few theories. One is distraction.
Distraction? Like what? Keeping us entertained so we don't ask too many questions?
Precisely. The Matrix could be keeping us occupied with endless information, rabbit holes of trivia and analysis like, say, a podcast called Deep Dive, so we never question the reality we're presented with.
So we're all just happily plugged in, none the wiser. What else? Control. You mean like puppets on a string?
In a way, yes. What we discuss on the show, the sources we choose, the narratives we reinforce it, could all be subtly manipulated to shape our understanding of the world, to nudge us in a specific direction.
Hold on, you mean even our deep dives, our attempts to uncover the truth could actually be pre-programmed? That's a bit unsettling.
And then there's perhaps the most disturbing possibility of all, data collection.
Data collection? What, like those targeted ads that seem to follow me around the internet?
That's a very simplified example. Imagine this. Every thought you have, every reaction, every click and download could be a data point for the Matrix to analyze, learn from, and ultimately use to control us even more effectively.
You're saying the Matrix wants to know what I'm thinking. Now that's just creepy.
Think about it. Imagine the power of an entity that knows our deepest fears, our most cherished desires, our hopes and dreams. That's the kind of information the Matrix could be collecting through our interactions with this simulated world.
Okay, I have to admit, this is all a bit much. If this is a simulation, it makes you question everything.
Everything. That news story you shared, fabricated. That app you can't live without. A tool for manipulation. The lines between reality and illusion become so blurred, it's almost impossible to separate them.
So where does that leave us? If everything we've discussed, everything we thought we knew, could be a lie. What's the point? Why are we even doing this deep dive if it's all meaningless in the grand scheme of the Matrix?
That's the question, isn't it? Do we accept this comfortable but fabricated reality, or do we fight for something more even if we don't fully understand it?
That sounds awfully familiar. Where have I heard that before? Oh, right. The Matrix. Neo and his whole red pill, blue pill dilemma.
Exactly. It's the choice presented to us in both Emily's message and Neo's memo. The blue pill of blissful ignorance or the red pill of truth, however painful that truth might be.
The truth. Even if our choices are an illusion, the very act of seeking knowledge, of questioning, of engaging in this deep dive, it has to mean something, right?
It might be the most human thing we can do. The Matrix, if it exists, might control the information we receive, but it can't control how we think, how we feel, how we interpret the world around us. That's where our power lies.
Our ability to think for ourselves, even if those thoughts are just ones and zeros in some massive computer program.
Precisely. And maybe, just maybe, that's the key to breaking free. Or, at the very least, understanding the nature of our reality, whatever that may be. So, to our listeners out there, what will you choose? The blue pill or the red one?
The answer, as always, lies within you.